Welcome to the PlayStation Classic MEGABUILD. I hadn't touched my PS Classic for a number of years as it was a bit rubbish. Still kept a lot of my old PlayStation games, as you can see here. Some absolute gems, including the one and only Parappa the Rapper. But today's video is about showing you how to get the most out of this absolute beast. It'll take a few bits of accessories, but don't worry, I'll leave those in the description. Yep, it's running everything off a USB drive. Don't worry about those additional leads. What you need to be doing first is getting onto the Bleep website. Simple search, download the latest package of Bleep. Pop that on your USB stick. Make sure to rename your USB Sony in capital letters. Put the stick in your PS Classic port 2. Boot your PS Classic and you'll be presented with a very different menu. Then you want to flash the kernel. Let it do its thing, and then once it has done that, shut down your PS Classic, and then we're ready to move on to the next stage. Go on to the Arcade Punks website. You will need to register, but it is free. Search for PSX. Then scroll down and look for this mega package. You will be downloading the fully loaded pack. It can take a while, and I hope you've got good Wi-Fi. Drag and drop the mega package files onto your fresh USB stick. Remember that it should be renamed Sony in capital letters. This could take a short while, but this will be worth it. You will need an OTG cable. Very cheap off Amazon. I even got 2 in the package. And the USB journey that I went on was quite an eventful time. But I'm here to show you the USBs that actually work. So as you can see here, the Samsung Fit Plus range both work in 256 gigs or 128. Don't listen to any other advice. Trust me, these both work. They may seem pricey, but you cannot put a price on fun. And also I picked up these cheeky little extenders, again off Amazon, but provide a really nice range to sit and relax if you are a bit compromised with your current seating position. These provide a real nice length. Currently you can get them for £4.99. I bought 2 because hopefully I'll be playing some games with a few of my friends. Plug in your OTG cable where the power normally goes. Plug the power lead into the OTG cable and then pop your USB stick in the available adjacent socket. Then power up the PlayStation and you should be greeted with this emulation station screen. And now things get really interesting. Yep, it's gonna cycle through all the systems. That's right, 55 systems. I'm running a 256 stick here because I'm greedy. However, a 128 might work a little bit quicker. Do not panic at this screen. It may say done for what seems like an absolute eternity. Don't turn anything off. Leave it. Calm yourself. The magic is about to happen. These seconds will feel like hours. And we're in. Mine goes straight to the SNES screen because I love the SNES. But here we are, the main menu. And just look at those gorgeous graphics. And yes, these are all the systems and all the games that are available. There's a very big selection of games and systems, and I will just do my best to give you a snapshot of exactly what is on offer here. Absolutely incredible. If you have got this far, you will be absolutely joyous. This is the motherlode. This is the ultimate PS Classic MEGABUILD. Everything from handhelds to main consoles. Absolutely incredible amount of games on here. Just gonna calmly scroll the systems for you so you can take it all in. This is the final result of your hard work of getting the right stick, getting the right cables, and totally unleashing the power of your PlayStation Classic. This is the ultimate MEGABUILD. There's custom collections, and yes, all games 15,370. Take you a lifetime to complete, but I wouldn't recommend it. You've probably got other things to be doing. We'll showcase some of the games in a short while, but isn't this gorgeous? As you can see, each system very neatly has the amount of games available for it in the bottom right hand corner. Some have thousands, some have hundreds, but hey, who's counting really, except the system. But yes, let's have a look at the PlayStation. Everything is presented to you with a graphic, a rating, when it was released, and scrolling. I think I've got about 193 games on here. As I say, it is running a 256 gig stick, so I have added a few cheeky little additions that it didn't have, just to ensure that I've got everything that I ever wanted. What shall we have a look at? And if you did want to add more games, it is very easy to do, very drag and drop. RetroArch is running in the background, and as you can see, there are save states and load states and a number of customizable settings. Play with it to your heart's content. I haven't messed too much with this because I don't want to break such an amazing thing. But even for me, save states and basic functioning works very easily, and you can boot straight back out of the main menu and back into your game. But now I think we need to do some demo testing. Oh, that takes me back. What a noise. As you would expect, all PlayStation games run perfect. No glitching, no sound dropouts. I've tried a number of PlayStation games and they are running sweet. But there are some other curiosities. There are some hacks for the Super Nintendo, unreleased games and beta versions, so you can have a go at some very unusual games, and also games that never came out, including this strange oddity. Bezels, by the way, you can remove. I find them quite annoying, so I am making my way through to remove most of the bezels, but as we will see later, they are quite nice on the arcade. But look at this! Steven Seagal, the final option. Why on earth this game couldn't come out is such a shame. This has to be the worst game I have ever played, but also the funniest. Actually be Steven Seagal. Custom collection very nicely collates every game that was available on each of the mini systems, all there to hand. There's no need to buy the SNES Mini or the Mega Drive Mini. It's there, all 4 systems, and the NES and the PC Engine. Nice collection of Star Wars games as well. They've really gone to town with customizing this with some nice collections, and that's pretty much every Star Wars game you'll ever need. Although I did notice it did not have the beat-em-up Star Wars game on the PlayStation. But if that's your poison, you can download it and dump it on this card. Bit of Super Star Wars. Very hard playing it one-handed as I'm showing you, but you get the picture. This is perfect SNES and the sound quality is fantastic. And a bit of arcade. As I said earlier, the bezeling on the arcade and the MAME front end is really nice actually. I tend to keep this. You can access all the MAME settings from inside, but yeah, a lot of the arcades do have the original bezeling as it would have been in the day. So switch off all the lights and pretend you are back in that arcade. I certainly spent far too much time in the arcades as a small child, but I don't regret any minute of it. And here it is in your own lounge, running off a PlayStation Classic. Even Dreamcast works. I've only got a few ROMs on here from the Dreamcast, but as you can see, with this very nice looking shoot 'em up, it's working as good as gold. Very, very nice indeed. Hours of fun to be had. There's just too many games to even think what you might want to be playing next. But yeah, works an absolute treat. And you can add any game you like to your favourites, which is another very nice touch because there are thousands of games, so it could be very difficult to remember everything. Sega Mega CD, another fairly dreadful system, but it has got some very, very classic games if you are willing to dig hard enough and to research. I had a bit of fun playing this Terminator game, and there are other oddities on there. And I'm sure you'll be pleased to know that the N64 does run most games very well. There are some that are a bit choppy, but this Mario Kart is actually working very nicely. It's actually a lot clearer than my actual Nintendo 64. Didn't notice any glitching, and even with the PlayStation pad it was perfectly playable. And plug in another pad, the PS Classic pad that you got with your PS Classic, yeah, it works fine with 2 players. Spot on. Beautiful. And just a fraction of what is available on this power beast. And if you really want to enlarge a very small Game Boy screen onto a massive high-def screen, you can. We're running Tetris here on a 42-inch HD TV for no other reason than we can. And again, working lovely. I'm not sure I'd play it forever, and once you get bored of that, which I doubt you will, you can do all sorts of customizations, and you can adjust the screens, the carousel, and you can have a bit of a play around with the sort of styles you like. And just as an example, I will show you one of the other screen settings. Same information, but just presented in a different way. I think there's about 6 or 7 different variations on here, so see what you like and have a bit of a play around. And then quitting out of the system, simple menu, go back in, shut down system, and you're done.